Anytime when you have great improvements, the most important thing is security, right? So one of the other things that Microsoft have with Windows Server 2019 is security improvements. And security improvements that they have is like shielded VM. So in the past, I remember that most of the time what I was doing was that if I was making a change and then the server was located in a remote location, let's just say that it was in a different state, I was losing connection and then I wasn't able to actually connect back. So shielded VM is what does it mean? It means that the virtual machine or the server is protected and you can access the VM if you just lost the connectivity and simply what you're doing with shielded mode is or shielded VM you're working on in a offline mode. So let's just say that you have a server, you lost connectivity. What you can do is you can put that changes back so that it will actually restore the connection by creating second set of URL for the Hyper-V, and we will see it in practical. Windows Defender is another great thing. Advanced Threat Protection is another great thing. So Windows Defender, Advanced Threat Protection, they are basically the same. So what in most of Windows 10 machines that you have these days, we you will see that you have like Windows Defenders there. But Advanced Threat Protection is a great feature which actually help us block viruses, ransomwares. It actually provides us a great feature by providing different level of security. For example, it provides us like attack surface reduction, network protection, controlled folder access, and exploit protection, which you can actually see here. And what does it mean by attack surface reduction? It actually helps us to prevent malwares from getting into your machine, and it always blocks the files that it thinks that is malicious or suspicious. So if there is a file that is trying to get into your machine or stuff, what it does is it actually prevents it. So, for example, Office files, scripts, and email-based threads. Those are all the things that um, um, ASR or attack surface reduction help us on that. Network protection is again another great thing. So most of you will be accessing like web sites, and network protection provides protection against blocking any untrusted sites. Untrusted sites or sites that is not trusted, dangerous, it will block it. Another thing is that it provides controlled folder access. So one of the greatest thing is that we need to understand that most of the time when you're working on a server and you're building a file server, what is the greatest threat there? The greatest threat there is that when you have like folders shared and then you are configuring the permission in a way that everyone should be allowed to access it, or the sharing permission is for everyone, what you're doing is you're actually welcoming most of the ransomwares and other things, and when you don't have the correct security settings configured, you are allowing different ransomwares, not ransomwares and different viruses, malwares. You're just letting them get into your PC. So one of the greatest thing that you can get with Windows Server 2019 is you can have controlled folder access that will protect your sensitive data from ransomware. So you don't have to pay millions of dollars to decrypt, because ransomware is a virus that encrypts your files, and then the hackers, they ask for money, right? So it protects you from there. So always make sure you put the right security settings when you're using folders, permissions, and you have sensitive files. Another thing is exploit protection. Exploit protection is actually it's a set of medication for different weaknesses that can easily be configured to protection of your system and application. So what are you doing in here is you're actually using this to mitigate weaknesses that can be in your system.